Did you know that Coca-Cola, the world's most popular soft drink, was originally intended as a medicinal tonic? Quite a surprising start, isn't it? Let's take a step back to 1886 in the bustling city of Atlanta, Georgia, where a man named John Stith Pemberton, a pharmacist by profession, created this unique concoction. Pemberton had been wounded in the American Civil War, and like many others of his time, he became dependent on morphine. In his quest to find a substitute for the drug, Pemberton began experimenting with Koka and Koka wines, eventually creating his own version of Vin Mariani, which he called Pemberton's French wine Koka. But in 1886, when Atlanta enacted temperance legislation, Pemberton found himself having to create a non-alcoholic version of his popular tonic. The result? A mix of carbonated water, sugar, caffeine, extracts from the coca leaf, and the cola nut, the birth of Coca-Cola. But it wasn't just Pemberton's innovative formula that made Coca-Cola the beverage powerhouse it is today. After Pemberton's death in 1888, ownership of the brand passed to a man named Asa Griggs Candler. Candler, an astute businessman, recognized the potential of Pemberton's creation. He bought the exclusive rights to the formula from Pemberton's estate and launched an aggressive marketing campaign that would cement Coca-Cola's place in the annals of business history. Candler's marketing tactics were revolutionary for their time. He distributed thousands of free drink coupons and outfitted pharmacies and soda fountains with Coca-Cola merchandise. He even had the Coca-Cola script logo designed and trademarked, a logo that remains largely unchanged to this day. So, from a medicinal concoction to an iconic beverage, the journey of Coca-Cola began. But this was just the beginning. The Coca-Cola Company would go on to face many challenges, controversies, and changes throughout the decades. But one thing remained constant: its ability to adapt and thrive. And that, as they say, is the real thing. As we move into the 20th century, Coca-Cola was already making waves. The fizzy drink, initially crafted by a pharmacist as a medicinal elixir, was becoming a household name, reaching the lips of consumers across the nation. The first significant change came in the final year of the 19th century, when the company made the pivotal decision to bottle Coca-Cola. Until 1899, Coca-Cola was predominantly sold in soda fountains. But Benjamin Thomas and Joseph Whitehead, two smart entrepreneurs, came up with a novel idea. They proposed bottling the drink to make it portable and accessible, a move that would revolutionize the way Coca-Cola was consumed and distributed. However, the new century also brought with it a wave of change, and not all of it was positive. In 1903, amidst growing public concern about the health effects of cocaine, Coca-Cola took a controversial decision. The beverage, which originally contained trace amounts of cocaine from the coca leaf extract, altered its formula, completely removing the stimulant. This decision was met with mixed reactions. Some applauded the company's commitment to public health, while others lamented the loss of the original, authentic taste. The 1920s saw Coca-Cola further establishing itself as part of the American cultural fabric. The company decided to tap into the holiday spirit, introducing its first Christmas advertising campaign. These ads, with their heartwarming imagery and festive cheer, resonated with the public, further cementing Coca-Cola's place in the hearts of consumers. As the Roaring Twenties came to a close, it was clear that Coca-Cola was more than just a beverage. It was a brand, a symbol, a part of everyday life. The company had faced its fair share of controversies, from changes in its formula to public opinion battles. But through it all, Coca-Cola continued to innovate, adapt, and above all, thrive. Despite the controversies, Coca-Cola continued to thrive and carve its identity in the global market. The mid-20th century brought further changes and challenges to Coca-Cola. The 30s saw the introduction of the iconic contour bottle design, a sleek and curvy shape that would soon become synonymous with the brand. The brainchild of the Root Glass Company, the design was inspired by the Cocoa Pod, despite the fact that there's no chocolate in Coke. This distinctive bottle not only set Coca-Cola apart from its competitors, but also became a globally recognized symbol of American culture. As World War II swept across the globe, Coca-Cola found itself on the front lines, but not in the way you might think. The company's president, Robert Woodruff, made a promise that every American soldier would have a Coke within arm's reach no matter where they were. This led to Coca-Cola establishing 64 bottling plants around the world, ensuring our boys in uniform were never without their favorite beverage. In the post-war era, Coca-Cola continued to innovate, introducing new products to keep pace with changing tastes. The 60s saw the debut of Fanta, a fruit-flavored drink originally created in Germany during the war, and Sprite, a lemon-lime soda that would become a staple in households worldwide. And then, there was the infamous New Coke debacle of the 80s. In a bold and ultimately regrettable move, the company changed its century-old formula in response to the Pepsi Challenge marketing campaign. The public backlash was swift and severe, with consumers demanding the return of classic Coke. Within 3 months, the original formula was back on shelves, and New Coke became a cautionary tale in the annals of marketing history. Despite a few missteps, the brand's resilience shone through as it continued to innovate and expand. The legacy of Coca-Cola is one of audacious decisions, remarkable adaptability, and an unwavering commitment to its consumers, proving that even the most iconic brands must continually evolve in the face of changing times. The journey of Coca-Cola into the 21st century is nothing short of remarkable. As we rolled into the 1970s, Coca-Cola began to quench the thirst of a new market, China. With diplomatic relations opening up, the signature red and white logo started appearing in the bustling streets of Beijing and Shanghai. But the 70s wasn't just about geographical expansion. Back home in the States, Coca-Cola faced a new challenge: the health-conscious consumer. The company's answer? A fizzy solution christened Diet Coke. Launched in the 1980s, this zero-calorie variant was a game-changer, making Coca-Cola a household name among Weight Watchers and fitness enthusiasts. Yet, the journey wasn't always smooth. As we moved towards the new millennium, Coca-Cola had to navigate choppy waters. Health concerns became more pronounced. Sugar was the new villain, and Coca-Cola, with its secret syrup, was in the line of fire. The 21st century also brought with it a wave of digital disruption, but Coca-Cola surfed this wave with grace, leveraging social media and influencer marketing to connect with the millennial and Gen Z consumers. It also continued to innovate its product line, introducing flavors like cherry, vanilla, and even coffee. Of course, the journey wasn't without its controversies. There were lawsuits, protests over environmental concerns, and even a brief uproar when the company tried to change its century-old formula in the mid-80s, a move that was swiftly reversed after public outcry. Yet, through all these changes, controversies, and challenges, one thing remained constant: the iconic status of Coca-Cola. Its commercials continued to captivate audiences, its philanthropic initiatives made headlines, and its presence in popular culture remained undiminished. As we stand in 2024, Coca-Cola remains a global icon, successfully navigating the waves of change. Whether it's adapting to new markets, responding to health concerns, or innovating for the future, Coca-Cola continues to fizz with energy, ready to quench the world's thirst for many more decades to come. Coca-Cola's journey from a patent medicine to a global brand is an incredible story of adaptation and resilience. From its humble beginnings in 1886, through a century of formula tweaks, design changes, controversies, and lawsuits, the brand has consistently demonstrated its ability to evolve and thrive. Coca-Cola's iconic commercials stand as testament to its enduring influence and cultural relevance. As we enjoy our fizzy drinks, let us toast to the fascinating journey of Coca-Cola, a brand that continues to bubble with success. Thanks for watching. Please learn, grow, share, and subscribe.